Hello guys, welcome back to another FTKM video, and as always we are back in Explain 11, and today it's a different video. Well, not really, I wouldn't say. This is the Concord 990 Coronado, and why weren't the engines turned on? So here the plane is, the engines are now running. I definitely didn't just select them to turn on, I figured I had to start on. Cockpit unfortunately is 2D for this, but yeah, Concord. They make aircraft such as the B-58 supersonic airliner, and they also tried to go into the commercial jet age in 1958, the original, which is the 880 here, and the second one, which is the 990, the Coronado as it was known. Yep, so these aircraft were pretty darn unsuccessful, is what I should say. So, I mean, before Concords, but this was the fastest airplane, and like Concord, it wasn't popular because airlines didn't care. I mean, this is Delta Airlines, and they did fly some of these. Rip that tail strike there. But the problem is just not enough airlines bought it to make back the costs for it. So I'll put in a more detailed video in the description if any of you guys care, from a YouTube channel called Skyships ENG English. But anyway, so yeah, this plane was built in 1959, and it was basically because after the British made the first jet airliner, the Comet, and the Americans had started building their own. Convair was like, I want a piece of this cake. McDonnell Douglas and Boeing were the industry leaders. And they thought if they could design a supersonic fight bomber, of course they could design an airliner that could go, well, the top speed of it was 966 kilometers an hour. I mean, the big problem was it only flew a bit faster, to be honest, than the DC-8 and Boeing 707, so lots of people didn't find the reason to sacrifice all that to get a less efficient plane that carried less passengers. So that's why the airplane failed, but it still is a cool airplane though. So let's just set it to its maximum speed. That is really loud. And yeah, this plane's wings are flexing so much. So yeah, this plane's a commercial failure, no doubt about that, but how good is it at landing? Let's see. Let's just select, was at Salt Lake City here. Let's see how good it is at landing. Can it butter? Oh yeah, we need to deploy the flaps. It's an average Allegiant Airlines descent profile here. Yep, speed brakes are on. I know you don't really put those out until you're on the ground, but I don't care. See how well this plane is at landing. So yeah, I guess this kind of was proof that the Concord would fail, considering this failed, and the Concord, even though it actually was a sizable margin lot faster, it did the same things this. It just sacrificed all that to gain a bit of luxury. It sacrificed fuel efficiency and actually the amount of passengers it could accommodate. That's why the 747 was successful, and the Concord, which came out at the same time, wasn't. But anyway, let's try out this butter landing. Right, reverse thrust. This doesn't have reverse thrust, well, these are turbo jet engines. Do turbojet engines have reverse thrust? I think they might, but yeah, they had to really well design this. And you may notice there's a bump in this because the FAA required them to put a bunch of systems in the airplane basically to make it safe, because it wouldn't pass their limits. So they shoved all the extra equipment into this hump above the airplane. It's a bit like a Wi-Fi module for a modern airliner like a 787. And the plane was fast, just not fast enough. I'd say if it could break the sound barrier, this thing could have been a commercial success, but obviously it didn't. And yeah, still is interesting to see that this is kind of foreshadowing for Concord. But anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. How's the plane not crash from that? How's the plane not crash from that? But anyway, as always, I'll see you in the next video. Good night. Crash already! There we go. That sounds so cynical.